Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a fun get ready with me playing with some new makeup. I have a new foundation. I believe this is just a reformulated version, but this is the Chanel Vitalumiere. I had been asked if I was going to review this, so I picked this one up. So we're going to be using that on my face today, as well as the Hindash palette. We are going to be creating a soft smoky eye using this very interesting palette right here. This is pressed pigments. Each little segment has several different color tones within it. Super interesting, and I'm so excited to be playing around with it. I also, of course, am going to finish with fragrance of the day, and I have some swishy ladies to introduce you to from GOUTAL. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, a little bit of a glowy complexion, classic smoky eye, soft glossy lip, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's put some makeup on this face. And the foundation that I'm going to use today is recently reformulated. This is Chanel, and this is the Vitalumiere foundation. So far, there is only 3 colors available. I don't think they have done a full launch on this foundation, but what I was told when I was at the counter is that they took out the SPF. I never owned the old version of this, but I've had many of you ask me about this because it is a moisture-rich radiant foundation that would be right up my alley. And I picked this up in the shade 30, which is CENDRE. So I'm going to shake this up really well and show you a little swatch of this. It has a very nice, almost serum-like texture to this foundation. And we were debating between the 20 and the 30. And we went with the 30 because the 20 was substantially lighter. So I am going to put this on. Okay, this is one pump of that foundation, and I'm hoping you can see on camera. This is going to be a tad dewy or glowy. It feels very moisturizing on the skin, and it is light to medium coverage. This is not going to give you a ton of coverage, but it is just going to give you a nice wash, even everything out, and give you a little shot of moisture to your skin. So I believe this is targeted towards more mature skin, dry skin, and with continued use, this is supposed to give your skin a little radiance boost, that it has some skincare benefits in here. So I have been asked about this foundation a few different times and wanted to go ahead and give it a try. I will say it wears very nicely on the skin. It definitely feels very moisturizing. It is going to be a tad on the dewy side. I don't mind that because I have dry skin, but I do think that for someone that has more combo skin, this is definitely moisture rich. You might want to get a sample of this and see how it wears on your skin. You might find it just a tad dewy, and I suspect that people with oily skin are not necessarily going to gravitate towards the Vitalumiere. So, but I would definitely recommend it for my more mature dry skin friends out there. Okay, moving on to concealer, I went ahead and pulled out the new Chanel updated version of their corrector, and I have this in the shade B30. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this right over here. And I'm also going to use it any place I feel like I need a little extra coverage. Got a little few dots here. And this is a gel-based hydrating concealer, and I really have been liking it. I'm going to use my fingertips and go ahead and start by tapping that into the skin. And this gives me pretty good medium to almost full coverage. So I really like to use it in areas where I want to conceal and correct. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and warm up my skin just a bit, and I'm going to be using one of my favorites. This is a warm cocoa toned bronzer from Chanel, and this is Goa. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this and go ahead, give myself a little bit of warmth on the skin. Okay, we're going to move on to eyes, and I picked up the Hindash. This is the Beautopsy palette, and these are pressed pigments. You can use these on your entire face. And this is out of my comfort zone. As you guys know, I am just a beauty enthusiast, not an artist, but it is a very cool concept. So in each of these colors, they are literally multiple pigments, and it just seemed very intriguing. And I thought I would go ahead and play. And I did watch an amazing video from Hung Vongo, who is an amazing makeup artist. So I'm definitely cheating and following along with his tutorial. So I learned a lot from him, and I'm going to try to duplicate some of the tips and tricks that he showed in that video. So he started by lining the eyes first with two different pencils. So he was using a softer brown eye pencil along with a deeper coffee chocolatey brown, and he started with the bronzy brown first, and I ended up picking out my BRUN Agape from Chanel. This is like my ultimate favorite chestnutty bronze pencil, and he started by lining the upper and lower water lines. So I am going to start with liner first, and we are going to be creating a fall inspired smoky eye, and I will list the video where he created this beautiful smoky eye so you can recreate it as well. So I never start with eyeliner first, but I do feel like it really defines the eyes right off the bat, and then you can build from there. So I'm just going to slightly soften the liner just a bit. Then he took a deeper coffee brown pencil and he went close to the lash line and smudged it out. This is Chanel's STYLO U in BRUN Agape. And then here I'm using Pat McGrath's pencil, and this is in Black Coffee. So definitely much richer. And I'm going to go close to the lash line and then smudge it out. So we're using this to create a smoky eye base. Okay, we have defined the eyes, and he went in with this feel and real little area here, and he moved it towards kind of the middle tone here. So this comes like from grays over to this side, pigments, all the way over here to a little bit more brown, and then in the middle here is a mix of the pigments in between. So this palette literally has like every pigment tone you could want. I am just starting to play with it, but I love the concept. I think it's very cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into more of the middle tone here, and I am using the Repher number 2, and this is a little flatter edged. And what he did was he just sort of placed some of the pigment on the eye to smoke it out a bit more and bring a little bit of that up into the crease area, but basically putting a little bit of pigment on the eye and then smoking it out. And because I have a little more looser skin here, guys, my eyeliner from the Pat McGrath already kind of put a little bit of pigment in my crease. So I'm just softening that as well. The beauty of having older eyes. Going in with a fluffy brush here, and I'm just going to soften that taupey, smoky shade. I actually love that color so much. Kind of a soft, smoky eye. Okay, here is what I've created so far. Just a soft, smoky eye. Then I'm going to move just slightly in. I was kind of in the middle. I'm going to go a little bit darker over here. And I'm just going to smoke out just a little on the outer V. Just a little bit. So literally, you can move just a little bit in and get a different pigment. Then I'm going to come over here and to these lighter shades here, because what he said next was to just highlight the brow bone just a bit, and then we can also lighten up a little bit closer on the lid. So I'm first going to come over here and a little bit over here, just a tad here. This is truly like a creative process. And I'm just going to lighten up near that brow bone. And then I'm going to come over here, just like this, and I'm going to place a little bit of lightness right over here. Still want to keep with that smoky eye, but lighten it up just a teeny bit in that inner area. Okay, you guys know I love a basic smoky eye, and now what I'm going to do is clean up my brows just a bit, put on loads of mascara to kind of open up my eyes. I'm going to be using the KJAER WEIS. This is the I'm Possible or Impossible mascara. I really love this, and this is a clean formula and seriously one of the best. I am just totally in love with this brush here. One side has where you can really get at the base of the lashes, and then the other one is to really build that volume. So I will speed through that because I take a few minutes to do my mascara. Might bore you to tears. So I'll be right back and then we'll move on to the rest of the face. Okay, we have cleaned up the brows, put on mascara, and basically have a soft, smoky, taupey eye look going on. So this is the final eye look here. So I think this is a super cool concept. I do want to watch some more videos, play with this a little bit more on my own. Okay, we're gonna liven up the complexion with a little bit of blush, and I'm in love with the KJAER YEUX cream blushes, and the one I thought would go pretty today with my little sweater here would be Blossoming, and this is just a very pretty soft pink tone. Now, don't be scared. We are going to blend. I just like to get the pigment on the cheeks, and then I will just sort of tap, and then I will just sort of tap that into the skin in a circular motion. Okay, that is that pretty blush. I just think it gives me a fresh little pop of color. And then to set the makeup, I'm going to be using the KOSAS. This is the Cloud Set, and I have it in Breezy. And I am just going to lightly dust a little of that underneath the eyes as well, down the T-zone. I don't want to take away from the glow, but I do feel like I want to set everything. Now for lips, I'm just going to do a soft lip liner and lip gloss today. That's been my go-to lately. And I'm going to use the Victoria Beckham lip liner. This is in shade number 2. And I'm just going to line my lips slightly outside. After I have lined my lips a bit, I just like to take my finger and take a little bit of that and fill in my lips with that color, just a tad. And then I pulled out my Tom Ford. This is the Gloss Luxe, and this one is in Honeyed Coral. And I will and this is the shade Honeyed Coral. And I've just been using lip liner, your favorite nude or even a little bit pinky, along with the Honey Coral gloss, and I just find that it gives your lips a little bit of oomph. These are super moisturizing, really pretty on the lips. Then one last little touch is I'm pulling out my Bobbi Brown and ULLA Johnson. This is the highlighting powder in Pink Glow. So pretty. And we might as well add a little bit of highlight to the cheeks for a little extra glowy look. And I'm just going to use a little fan brush here. And it's so pretty. And we'll just put a little bit of highlight right on the tops of the cheekbones. Across the bridge of the nose. I'm even going to pull a little bit up into the eyebrow. We've got a little smoky eye, glossy lip going on. And then of course we're going to end with perfume of the day. Having a little bit of difficulty picking because my next video is going to be about these three swishy ladies. These are from GOUTAL, and I have three beauties to share with you. I'm absolutely in love with all three of these perfumes. I call them like the three sisters. And we have Etoile d'une Nuit. We have Nuit, a Confidences. Love, love, love. And then we have Tenue de Soiree. And you guys, are these the most adorable bottles you have ever seen? Each one of these fragrances is a swishy little lady. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm in love with all three of them, and I'm trying to decide. I'm just going to do a quick rundown because I'm doing a video next on this. This one is this beautiful lipsticky, powdery iris fragrance. So pretty. This one is for my vanilla lovers. I love this one so much. And then we have Tenue, which is this beautiful sort of earthy patchouli iris. It's got a fruity opening, and surprisingly this was my husband's favorite. So you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and wear this because I also feel like it sort of goes with my sweater. And of course I try to match my fragrance to my clothing. Not always, but I do feel like it goes really well with this sweater. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So honestly, all three of these fragrances here would go really well with what I am wearing today, a little bit more of a feminine, soft sweater. So stay tuned because I want to introduce you to the three sisters. I'm so in love with these fragrances, and I think you might be too. Okay guys, this is the final look of the day, complete with fragrance, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have this Hindash palette, let me know how you are loving it. I'm going to watch some more videos. I'm going to play with this a little bit more, but I'm actually really glad I picked it up. I love what I've created so far. Can't wait to play. I will also do a full review on this Vitalumiere. I was just hoping for some more shades to launch because I do not know why, but there's only 3 so far, so I'm investigating that a little bit more before doing a full review, and of course have some more fun videos coming your way. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.